Hello guys, welcome to another video here on YouTube. Today we're going to be doing a small flight from Echo Golf Mike Charlie, which is Southend, to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, which is Manchester. So I'm going to be flying this EasyJet G-EZUA, and we're going to be flying all the way to Manchester in a couple of minutes. So first of all, let's get myself all set up. We've got to we've got to close all of our doors. So all the baggage stuff is now in. So we'll close down the doors. There go the doors. Nice and closed. And all done. Lovely. Okay, so now we just need to close our passenger door. So here comes our main passenger door, which is closing now. We'll let that close. Lock into place. And I've got to do my cabin doors to menu announcement. Let's just make sure we have the seatbelt sign switched on. We'll just enable all the lights. Enable all the seatbelt sign, which is the seatbelt sign, and the no smoking sign, which is just there. So they're both on. So let's just go ahead and we'll make sure that everything's all fully working and dandy. As you can see, this is all completely off. That's because my engines are currently on. I'm off at the moment. So let's just go ahead and in fact, what I could do is, if I open this up, if I click the APU on, these are all faulting because the engine is currently off at the moment. We do have a little, there's all the system data is on. We're going to start up. Okay, we've probably got some type of APU on. So there's my APU. Got the landing lights on at the moment. So the first thing we need to do is alert the cabin that we're ready for takeoff to go through the safety manual. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please make sure your seatbelts are all fastened and listen to the cabin crew, who will now go through the safety instructions. We'll be departing in very shortly. So let's just go ahead, and I'm going to enable, because normally I don't fly with the ATC enabled on this, but today I'm going to fly with it. So let's just go ahead. I've got an IFR already there. Let's just tune to here. So it's runway 24. Okay, so let's just go ahead and I'm going to request the IFR clearance. Southern Tower, this is Airbus ADL 219, ready to copy IFR clearance to Manchester. Climb and maintain 4000, frequency is 130.775, squawk 001. Okay, so let's route back. Yeah. Okay, so there's my IFR clearance. I have clearance to go all the way through to Manchester. By the way, you'll hear me say ADL 219. This is due to my own personal airport, my own personal airline called Adeline. If you do wish to join us, we're on FS Airlines. Just look in the description below for a link to join the airline. So let's just go ahead. I'm ready to taxi IFR. So that's me to taxi using taxiway Alpha. Let's acknowledge the taxi clearance. Okay, I'm going to remove the parking brakes. Let's go ahead and request a pushback. So I'm now going to be requesting pushback. While that happens, I'm going to wait until everything's all ready to start. So as soon as we've been pushed back into position, I'll then be able to start my engines. So let's just start our left engine at the moment. So let's just enable the starter, enable the right engine as we speak. And we're going to be turning right to face onto taxiway Alpha. Unfortunately, the turning circle on this isn't that great. There goes the engine, it's spinning up as you can see. Nicely spinning. I've just disabled the pushback. So I've gone onto the grass, I don't want to go any further. Thank you. Now we're going to wait until this little pushback lorry is ready to move. So it's going well so far. Unfortunately, we have a few dog noises in the background. There's not much I can do about it. So he's now going to do that snaky reverse thing that he does. I don't know why. So now we got that. Let's go ahead and enable our second engine. So we'll enable the master switch for the second engine. Make sure it fuels up fine. Hydraulics 1 is currently offline at the moment, but hopefully we should be fine. We've got the landing lights on. Let's go ahead and enable our autopilot to climb us to 25,000 feet, because I'm not going to be going too far, so let's not go too high. And I'm going to enable my speed to go at 240, because we're not allowed to speed over the recommended thing. There's the old noises that you hear in the real Airbuses. So we've got no warnings now on our dashboard. We've got all greens. Everything seems to be all green at the current time. Now before we go, I'm just going to enable the parking brake for a second before we head off. Looks as if we've already moved forward a bit. Yeah, we have. It's from the engine starting up. So before we go forward any further, I'm just going to go ahead and enable the flight plan in the FS Airlines system. So first of all, we've got to book the flight because I haven't booked it. So let's book a flight to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. It's not actually a flight for this one, but for this route I'm going to do it. Echo Golf Mike Charlie Charlie, Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Enable the Airbuses that we're going to be flying, and I'm going to enable the limited flights to 1. Maximum rate is going to be 1, and everything else. So let's insert the route. Let's insert the standard price of $76. So now if I look down here, we can now see Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. So the next thing I have to do is to enable my aircraft. So there's quite a few aircraft here at the moment, but there's only one that I'm going to be using today. So let's just quickly have a look at my fleet of aircraft at the moment, because we have a few fleets. My personal aircraft will be today G-EZBX. G-EZBX. So let's just book our flight. The flight has now been booked. Okay, let's enable the FS Airlines client to take all the details, but unfortunately I have to reboot the client every now and again. So just going to re-enable the client, log into it, and we will start our taxiing. That's better. The initial fuel in the aircraft at the moment is around about 1,653 at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just give my throttle up a little bit, enable my tail to go to the left. That way I can divert onto the taxiway Alpha. Now what I'm going to do at Taxiway Alpha, because I'm going via their ATCs, I have to hold short of runway 24. So while we're taxiing along, I'm just going to go ahead and enable the fuel calculator to let me know exactly what I need to do. So we need about 3,000 kilograms of fuel inside our aircraft. So let's just go ahead and I'll enable the 2,000 in each tank, which will give us more than enough. So that's 1,500. So I'm going to do the taxiing at the same time as typing in numbers. Really works a lot of the time. Okay, we're now at Alpha 2. That means this is the second holding point. There's a few holding points for Alpha. This is the exact same scenery for Alpha for Southend as there possibly is. So I'm going to click the fuel up button, and you'll notice my fuel gauges down the bottom right have now changed a tiny tad. So you can see Alpha 1 is there, and it's black and yellow, which means that I cannot cross until I have clearance from ATC. So let's just go ahead and we'll brake. Enable the parking brakes. I'm going to enable the fly button, so it's ready to go. So let's just go ahead, we'll move forward a teeny bit more, right to the dots, right to the lines, and we'll go there. Let's just enable the parking brake. So by pressing Control Dot in your keyboard, and let's just go into Views Aircraft Tower. So we need to have now request takeoff clearance IFR departure to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie from Southend Tower. Now clear for takeoff, so let's acknowledge my clearance for takeoff. That means that no one else will be able to go on this runway. So I'll just close down this. I'm going to close this down for now. And I'm going to taxi onto the runway. We're going to enable the nav GPS so it goes on. So we're going to use the full taxiway lines, which is the yellow line in the centre of the screen, to taxi onto runway 24. So right this second, no one else in the world is allowed to land on this runway because I'm currently on it. That's how the world of aviation works. So here we are, I'm lined up now on runway 24. So let's just quickly go ahead and we'll check, make sure everything's all fine. So our pre-flight checks, we need to enable a bit of flaps. We need to enable our landing lights, which are currently on. Check everything else is fine. So just quickly bring this up. We have a hydraulic fault by the looks of things, but it was fine on the system. So let's just go ahead and let's just check, make sure everything's all fine. Got our seatbelt lights on. Yes, we are ready for takeoff. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to start the acceleration down the runway. Now our maximum speed that we're allowed to get up to under 10,000 knots is 240. So I'm now going to start taking off. Let's go ahead and enable our speed hold. The reason why I enable the speed hold down at this height and not any sooner is that way I don't overspeed. So I don't want to overspeed, I don't want to get any tickets or anything, stop being able to fly. Here we are, we're V1, rotates, and we're starting our climb. So let's just go ahead and we'll make sure we've got it nice and steady. So the next thing I need to do is enable the rotating south end departure. So we're going to enable our landing gear to come up. Let's acknowledge the handoff. Let's tune the south end departure to contact them. next thing I'm going to do is enable the altitude climb and also the navigation. So we're now going to turn onto our right heading and face towards Manchester. So let's just turn right heading 24 proceeding of course. I'm going to request a cruising altitude decrease by 10,000 or something like that saying. What I'm going to have to do is increase it again. Press cruising 10,000 again. Change the sounds around here. So currently they're quite, I can't actually hear. So I'm just going to do this. Environment, cockpit voice. Voice and cockpit I want to have up so we can actually hear them. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to request it. No, 4,000. Oh. Fine, I'm going to actually acknowledge the instruction and request the altitude increase by 10,000. I actually want 25,000, so I'm going to do 10,000 again. So acknowledge that. That's fine. Keep it at 2,400. And we're just about to come over our 6,000 mark, which is my cue to turn off my landing lights. So let's just go ahead and we'll disable them now. As you can see from my little control down here, the landing lights have now been switched off. And they have been switched off up here. For today's inspiration. Good day. Contact. They're going to ask me to go to 12,000, even though I've just done an altitude. Yeah? Stop video. No, not 340, 240. on. I'm an ATC. Thank you. Out. Moving up. So climb and maintain to 12. London Centre. See there's a Bombardier just in front of us. I'm just going to quickly change the sound a teeny bit more because the engine noise is quite loud still. So let's just bring that down and hopefully we should be a little bit better. Just saw a Bombardier in 12 o'clock, 5.3 miles. I'm surprised London Centre haven't seen it. Usually they do see something. Another one just behind me at 9,000 feet. Oh, looks as if I was just going over a runway there. What's like going over? Stansted. Just went over Stansted Airport. As you can hear, I've got some background noise happening today. We're having new stuff fitted down the house. Acknowledge the instructions. So I've seen me reach to the 12,000 feet, so let's try and maintain the 2,000. Flight level 20,000, which is flight level 200. Here's my plane, looking so gorgeous as it is. I've still got about 26 minutes left to go. So what I'm going to do now is see if there's any other things. Hopefully they'll be able to give me a flight or something to do. This was just a small quick flight that I could do. Ooh, we've got two. Wow. You're high. But there's a few of you up there. I don't know. That's a bit weird. Is that a few of you, or is that just two of you? Yeah, it's just two of you. Yeah. guys, air traffic control, know where they are. I think 2 of them are climbing, actually. You know, I've requested high level 24,000, so if I do go anywhere, that's where I'll be going up to.
Traffic at 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 12,000. Bravo, report them in sight.
I was going to say. We have turbulence up here by the looks of things. Oh, I need to remove my flaps. Just says 16,000, I can't remember when someone said 16,000 in EGCC. They're doing quite a few different things. At least I've got all the IFR clearance and everything. So hopefully we should be fine.
Flight level 210, American Pacific 4825. Turn left heading 360. Turn left heading 360, American Pacific 4825. Roll travel 6601. Traffic is 5 o'clock, 2 miles at 14,600.
There it is.
320, report them in sight. American Pacific 4825. Descend and maintain 5,000. Roll travel 6601. Traffic in sight.
They found the traffic.
Climb and maintain flight level 290, airway 343. Airbus traffic is 1 o'clock, 3 miles at 16,400. Boeing 737, report them in sight.
Traffic is in sight.
Captain Boeing 737 in sight.
I saw them way before you, mate. So how are we doing at the moment? We're currently cruising 21 minutes to go until I do my final stop turnings. Very soon I'm going to request for an altitude increase actually. Let's decrease the thing by 2,000. 4,000.
Airbus, request flight level 200. Airbus, climb and maintain flight level 200. Climb and maintain flight level 200. Airbus.
It should be asking me to actually descend soon, because they'll actually ask me to descend. I usually descend quite early, about 100 nautical miles out, but we're not too far up.
Orbit 8640. Contact SX approach on 120.625. 120.625. Orbit 8640.
I'm going to decrease it by 17,000.
17,000. Airbus, climb and maintain 17,000. Pacific 7-7. Descend and maintain 4,000. Climb and maintain 17,000. Airbus, roll travel 6601. Turn left heading 305. Turn left heading 305.
I don't really want to go up any higher than that at the moment. if I was to change my sport code to a different thing, then I'll be alerted. Let's just have a look at the emergency squawk codes. Oh, look at this. If I was declaring an emergency, I'll be squawking 7700. So I'm now up to my altitude of 17,000 feet. Now I could increase my speed. I'll be descending very soon, I'm surprised.
World Travel Diner 446, you're 300 above your flight altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 180. Orbit Niner 75. Descend and maintain 14,000.
Let's stay at 240 for now.
Climb and maintain flight level 180. World Travel Diner 446. Running Sierra Victor Lima. Turn left, heading 280.
Can decrease my speed down to about 200. Hopefully that should be fine. Let's decrease it by another 3,000, so down to 13,000.
London Center, Airbus, request 14,000.
1,000.
Airbus, descend and maintain 14,000. Pacifica 7313. Contact East Midlands approach on 134.175. Descend and maintain 14,000. Airbus. London Center, Sword 189er with you. Sword 189er, London Center, roger. Going to 134.175. Pacifica 7313. Orbit 1638.
Just don't feel comfortable being at that height, at this altitude, that far away from the airport, so I'm just going to start descending.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Descend and maintain 4,000. Orbit 2638. Airbus, please expedite your descent at 14,000.
I'm expediting my descent. What do you mean? No, don't reset my vertical speed, don't reset it. Here's a lovely aircraft. It's quite cloudy today actually, very cloudy. We've got real well weather on today, so go ahead and we'll have a look.
World Travel 6601. Contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Airbus QR74 miles southeast. Turn right, heading 350. Descend and maintain 14,000. Expect vector visual. Runway 24 left approach.
So you assume turn right here, heading 350.
Turn right, heading 350. Descend and maintain 14,000. Expect vectors visual. Runway 24 left approach. Airbus. Sword 1160. Descend and maintain 10,000. Descend and maintain 10,000. Sword 1160. Sword 5332. Contact Manchester Center on 118.7.
Now the reason why I'm going off my approach is because I've decided to go into the left and actually I'm just going to the right today.
Sword 5332.
So we'll reset our altimeter.
London Center, soar 5332, with you. Soar 5332, London Center, roger. Orbit 2638, contact Wittering, approach on 123.3. 123.3 for orbit 2638.
Currently heading 350. So I'm now coming in for my landing, and I've kept the seatbelt sign on all throughout the flight. And that's because it's only a small flight, shouldn't really need to take it off for anything. Make sure we're all fine. Speed we're currently out, we're at 200 knots, that's fine. Very soon I'm going to have to enable some flaps to be flying any lower. So we're just going to have Echo Bravo Delta, I think. Yeah. So we're heading 360. I should be heading 350 on this GPS, but for some reason I'm not. But I don't really.
Victor Lima, turn right, heading 315. Turn right, heading 315. Moni Sierra, Victor Lima. Orbit 975. Turn right, heading 340.
So as you can see, I was going to go through that way, but they're going to divert me around that way, which I don't mind.
Contact Coventry approach on 119.25. 4189. Turn left, heading 125. Resume on navigation. Descend and maintain 17,000. Moni Sierra, Victor Lima. Turn left, heading 280.
I want to keep my landing on. My approach is going to stay on for this. Hello, the Boeing 737-800. It's a British plane by the looks of things. It's a G-Reg, G-BBSZ. Whereabouts are you descending to? Must be the one descending to 17,000, I think. I hope, actually. I was not descending any further. Now heading over to me. As you can see, we're quite slow behind at the moment. There's our plane. Looking very lovely today, I must say.
Airbus, contact Manchester Center on 118.775.
Okay, I acknowledge the handoff to 118.775. Let's tune Manchester Centre. We'll contact Manchester Centre.
Airbus, with you. Airbus, Manchester Center, roger. Altimeter 2963.
So right this second, Manchester Centre is now going to be diverting us fully in. Now Manchester is around about this area here, but I'm going to be going. I'm currently going directly up north. I'm following all the ILS approaches at the moment. Hopefully we'll be able to get ILS for landing. Let's just get the ILS frequency. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Runway. I think we'll be doing 2. Did you say 24? 24 left. So it'll be 23 left on this one. So it'll be 109.50.
World travel 4902. Contact London Center on 118.475.
Bit of a bug with the radio with this one. So So enable that. Oh. Acknowledge instruction to.
6,000. Airbus.
So it's now putting me into the descent for landing. I knew it was going to do it, but I just didn't feel comfortable with it. There's my 6,000. So enabled nav1 on the radio, 109.5.
Left heading 315. Turn left heading 315. Airbus.
Turn left heading 315. So we're heading 315, we're on our way in from Manchester approach. Should be around about 13 minutes or so.
Road travel 1417. Orbit 300. Turn right heading 320. Turn right heading 320. Orbit 300.
It's going to put me very tight in. Hopefully they know what they're doing. Well, they should do their ATC. Just to give everyone a quick of an update, recently I moved from Twitch to Hitbox TV, and I'm going live on Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. To tune into my live streams, go to hitbox.tv/Eddie's Live, and you'll be able to join any of the live streams.
Orbit 300. Pacifica 90705. Contact London Center on 118.475.
Oh, master caution, I've just noticed that.
118.475 for Pacifica 7451.
I don't have any caution. Probably nothing.
Road travel
I
1417.
have to alert it to the engineers. The engineers on the ground. Increase my descent by a little bit, so let's just increase by 16,000. Don't want to increase it too much because otherwise I'll overspeed. So again, when I get down to 6,000 feet, that's when I'll be enabling my landing lights.
Airbus, contact Rise Norton approach on 122.1.
122.1, roger that.
Going in 122.1. Airbus. Rise Norton approach. Airbus, detach 11,100 for 6,000. Airbus, Rise Norton approach. Roger, altimeter 2962.
So I've never heard of Rise Norton approach, but we're in a different approach. There's a VFR landing as well as an IFR landing. I'm planning to land IFR, which means instrument flight rules, which I'm currently flying at the moment. Check my flaps are all okay, check everything's all fine. Check all the screens, so we've got this one over here, just below 10,000 feet now. So we mustn't speed up to anything over 260. No, 250, otherwise we'll start overspeeding. So I've just about got the right amount at the moment. I'm going to have to enable a speed brake. So my spoilers are now armed. East Midlands approach 134.175. Roger that.
Going is 134.175, Airbus.
East Midlands approach.
Contact Oxford approach on 128.825. 7 Charlie November Whiskey. Traffic is 4 miles at 8,000. Airbus is 20, appointment site. East Midlands approach, Airbus is at 7,700, descending 6,000. Airbus East Midlands approach, Roger, altimeter 2969. Cessna Uniform Romeo Alpha, flight heading 285. Sword 1168. Contact Oxford approach on 128.825. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, have the traffic. Airbus traffic is 9 o'clock, 3 miles at 4,000. Cessna Skyhawk appointment in sight.
9 o'clock. That should be over there. At 4,000. I'm going to say not in sight.
Turn left, heading 245. Cessna Uniform Romeo Alpha. Airbus traffic not in sight.
So we've got a lot of cloud layer at the moment.
Airbus turn right, heading 350.
Heading 350. Now down to my 6,000, so let's enable the landing lights. The landing lights have now been enabled. And around.
Airbus, please acknowledge.
Acknowledge instruction.
Turn right, heading 350. Airbus. Airbus, turn left, heading 325.
325, roger that.
Turn left, heading 325. Airbus. Airbus, contact Woodford approach on 120.7. East Midlands approach, Pacifica 2051 is out of 2,500 for 2,000. Pacifica 2051, East Midlands approach, Roger, altimeter 2962. 120.7, Airbus. Pacifica 20. Woodford approach, Airbus, with you. Airbus Woodford approach, Roger, altimeter 2975.
I never saw that Cessna Caravan. Ah, there it is.
Cessna Tango, Quebec Tango, traffic is 8 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,000. Cessna Skyhawk, report them in sight. Cessna Tango, Quebec Tango,
It's a wind light today. 166. Oof, we're at 22 knots.
Romeo Alpha, traffic is below
There goes the ILS beeps.
2,500. Cessna Skyhawk, report them in sight. Cessna Yankee Romeo Alpha, have the traffic.
There's the beeps from the ILS. I'm going to enable the flight directions. I don't know why I didn't have that enabled. Let's enable the ILS beeps as well. So I'm at the right altitude for ILS at the moment, so that's good. Just quickly press B just to check our altimeter. A few hills in front of us by the looks of things.
Cessna Tango, Quebec Tango, airport is at your 10 o'clock, 9 miles. Turn left, heading 240, report runway in sight. Cessna Yankee Romeo Alpha, descend and maintain 2,300.
I'm going to decrease my speed to 160 knots.
Cessna Yankee Romeo Alpha, Airbus, turn right, heading 330. Turn right, heading 330, Airbus. Turn left, heading 240, Cessna Tango, Quebec Tango. Cessna Tango, Quebec Tango, runway in sight. Woodford approach, Cessna Golf Mike Charlie November Whiskey, with you, 4,000. Cessna Golf Mike Charlie November Whiskey, Woodford Roger. Altimeter 2974. Cessna Yankee Romeo Alpha. Turn left heading 265. Turn left heading 265. Cessna Yankee Romeo Alpha.
So we're doing well so far. Oh, hello. 7.6 miles, 9,000 feet. Descending at the moment. It's a dash 8. I have the traffic if they ask me. Just going to maintain 3,500.
3,500. Airbus. Woodford approach. Soar 448. Descend 4,600. Climbing 13,000. Soar 448. Woodford approach. Roger. Altimeter 2966.
So as you can see, we're not too far away from the approach here.
Heading 025. Turn left heading 025. Soar 448.
Currently down 5,000 feet. We're doing well at the moment in regards to landing lights and all the other things over speed.
3526. Contact approach on 126.225. Going to 126.225.
The reason why I'm slowing down to about 160 knots is because that's probably about the landing speed I want to be at. I want to be down to 140 when I can. But 140 is quite low for this aircraft at that speed, at this height. So as soon as I've turned left and I have the runway tight, I will be doing quite a few things all at once. One will be to enable the landing gear to go down. Number 2 will be to enable the flaps to be sent out to full. And number 3 will be to change onto the ILS approach.
Contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Cessna Yankee Romeo Alpha. Cessna runway in sight. Cessna Yankee Romeo Alpha. You are 9 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 2,300. Cleared visual. Runway 24. Left approach. Contact Manchester Towers on 119.4.
So as you can see, there's my, I'm waiting for this diamond to be in the centre before I can enable ILS approach. I'm at the correct altitude at the moment. Turn left heading to 90. Roger that.
Contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Going to 118.775. Orbit 246.
That hill is very, very close.
Turn left heading 265. 118.775. Soar 448.
There's a Learjet in front of me. That's probably going to land first. Oh,
Turn left heading 265.
265 now. Check out thing. 265 looks like it's going to be a good one. If I look very carefully just over there, you'll notice that the airport is just over there, so we're doing good so far. I think that might be Echo Golf Charlie Delta.
Orbit 2567. Woodford approach. Roger. Altimeter 2975.
I'm just going to check.
Woodford approach. Orbit 963 is climbing through 4,200 for 7,000. Orbit 9683. Woodford approach. Roger. Altimeter 2964. Orbit 2567. Descend and maintain 3,400. Descend and maintain 3,400. Orbit 2567. Airbus would like ILS. Runway 24. Right approach. Vector to final. Airbus, you are 14 miles northeast. Turn left heading 120. Expect vectors ILS. Runway 24. Right. Approach sidestep runway 24. Left. World travel 386.
So I step runway 24 left.
Flight level 210. Descend and maintain flight level 210. World travel 3868. Turn left heading 120. expect vectors ILS, runway 24, right approach, sidestep, runway 24, left, Airbus. Orbit 2567, turn left heading 320, roll travel 3868, contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, descend and maintain 3100, Airbus, turn left heading 090, orbit 9683, climb and maintain 15,000. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, turn right heading 015, descend and maintain 3100. Turn right heading 015, descend and maintain 3100. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey. Turn left heading 090, Airbus.
Just making me do a hold position at the moment.
Orbit 9683.
Got 4% of fuel at the moment.
Papa Hotel Echo Golf Golf is at 11,500, descending 8,000. Orbit 9683. Turn right heading 120. Zoom on navigation. Beach Papa Hotel Echo Golf Golf Woodford approach.
Into 090 at the moment. For fuel is currently at 4% fuel. I'm glad I put that little bit extra in.
Turn right heading 300. Beach Echo Golf Golf.
Second, they're going to ask me to do a
Heading 120, proceed on course. Orbit 9683. Orbit 9683. Contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Going to 118.775. Orbit 9683. Roll travel 8592. Woodford approach. Roger. Altimeter 290.
currently fuel on board is 790 kilograms, so I need to be very careful now.
Cessna Alpha Quebec X-ray traffic is 6 o'clock, 4 miles at 9,000. Mooney Bravo, report them in sight. Cessna Alpha Quebec X-ray traffic in sight. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, traffic is 1 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,400. Airbus E321, report them in sight. Orbit 2567, traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,100. Cessna Skyhawk, report them in sight. Mooney Whiskey Romeo Echo, traffic is 12 o'clock, 3 miles at 5,500. Cessna Skyhawk, report them in sight. Mooney Whiskey Romeo Echo, have the traffic. Airbus, turn right heading 110. Orbit 2567, traffic in sight. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,600. Airbus 320, report them in sight. Roll travel 8592, airport is at your 10 o'clock, 20 miles. Turn left heading 235, report runway in sight. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, turn right heading 060, orbit 2567. Turn left heading 295. Turn right heading 110, Airbus. Airbus traffic is 12 o'clock, 3 miles at 3,100. Cessna Skyhawk, report them in sight. Airbus traffic in
I see the
sight.
traffic is right there.
Left heading 295, orbit 2567. Turn right heading 060, Cessna Charlie November Whiskey. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, traffic in sight.
Come on. You allow me to turn right again.
2567, turn left heading 265. Turn left heading 265, orbit 2567.
Oops, cancel that please.
Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, airport is at your 1 o'clock, 10 miles. Turn right heading 090, report runway in sight. Turn right heading 090, Cessna Charlie November Whiskey. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, I have the runway in sight. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey, you are 10 miles west, descend and maintain 2,200. Cleared visual, runway 10, approach. Switch to advisory on 128.525. Airbus o'clock, 4 miles at 6,000. Just on Skyhawk, report them in sight. Just on Lima, Romeo Mike, traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,500. Airbus 320, report them in sight. Just on Lima, Romeo Mike, traffic in sight. Airbus, turn left heading 350.
Thank you.
Descend and maintain 2,200.
Or turn left. Oops.
Runway 10, approach. Advisory on 128.525. Cessna Charlie November Whiskey. Orbit 2567. Airport is 12 miles and your 10 o'clock. Turn left heading 240. Report runway in sight. Turn left heading 240. Orbit 2567. Orbit 2567. I have the runway in sight. Orbit 2567. You are 11 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 2,300. Cleared visual. Runway 24. Left
Oops.
approach.
I meant to turn left heading, but I turned right. Never mind.
119.4. Turn left heading 350. Airbus. Descend and maintain 2,300. Cleared visual. Runway 24. Left approach. Tower on 119.4. Orbit 2567. Mooney, Romeo Echo. Turn left heading 115. Airbus, happen Cessna, Skyhawk, inside. Turn left heading 115. Mooney, Romeo Echo.
There's this on Skyhawk.
Romeo Echo, turn right heading 145. Turn
There's this on Skyhawk there, and there's this on Skyhawk
Romeo Echo.
just somewhere around here. Probably because they asked me to sidestep. I've got 3% fuel, which is currently about 600 kilograms of fuel. So very soon I'm going to have to say fuel critical. May even have to do a different transponder code to 7700 if I need to. I'm going to turn left soon.
Airbus, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 0011.
I want to change my transponder to something that you already know.
Airbus, verify squawking 0011. Airbus, traffic is 10 o'clock, 4 miles at 5,000. Piper Archer, report them in sight. Piper, Papa Uniform, Papa, traffic is 11 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,500. Airbus 320, report them in sight. Piper, Papa Uniform, Papa, have the Airbus 320 in sight. Airbus, have the Piper Archer in sight. Romeo Echo.
I'm trying to change my transponder, but for some reason it doesn't allow me to.
134.175. For Mooney, Romeo Echo. Woodford approach. Will travel 8337. Is out of 4,400 for 3,200. Will travel 8337. Woodford approach. Roger. Altimeter 2980. Airbus, turn left heading 320. Turn left heading 320. Airbus.
Control, this is Airbus A320. Just requesting fuel critical at the moment. Currently at 3% fuel. at 523 kilograms on board at the current time. Landing first is now imperative.
123.75. Will travel 8337.
So everyone else is landing on 24 left, on 24 right, and I'm going to be landing on 24 left. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be landing on the ILS approach.
Airbus traffic is 3 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,000.
Yeah, sorry.
Airbus 321, reports in sight.
Traffic is up.
Traffic in sight. Airbus, you are 21 miles northeast, turn left, heading 265, descend and maintain 3,000, cleared ILS, runway 24, right approach, maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Contact Manchester Towers on 119.4. Woodford approach, Mooney Hotel.
So let's just go ahead and do this.
Out of 1,000 for 6,000. Mooney Hotel, Bravo Alpha Echo Victor, Woodford approach, Roger, altimeter 2963.
Heading 265.
Woodford approach, will travel 8337, with you, 3,200.
Come on.
Travel 8337, Woodford approach, Roger, altimeter 2974. Sure. Manchester Tower, Airbus is 20 miles northeast, inbound ILS, runway 24, right approach, sidestep, runway 24, left. Airbus Manchester Tower, make straight in, runway 24, left, altimeter 2974. Make straight in, runway 24, left, Airbus.
So now I'm going to make sure I'm ready to kill on the localizer. Wow. You're going to be close. I think that's mainly because of he's going to be landing on the opposite runway to me. So let's go ahead, enable my landing gear to come down. Landing gear is now locked in position. Let's just go ahead and make sure we've got all green ticks, which we do.
Manchester Tower, will travel 8337, 17 miles northeast, inbound visual, runway 24,
So
left.
another thing that we need to do is switch over to nav.
Manchester Tower, make straight,
Switch the
runway
approach
24,
hole switch on.
altimeter 2968. Make straight in, runway 24.
And decrease our speed to 140 knots. Currently have some degree of flaps. Our speed brake we need to enable a little bit more. There's Beechcraft. The Airbus is just there. Ooh, straight over my path. In a second we'll be turning left. So I've got the right diagonals. Come 24 left. I'm running on this ILS approach. Our diamond swell altitude is currently quite high. We're fine with that at the moment, so I don't need to adjust the altitude from 3,000 feet. Well, let's just hope that I don't run out of fuel, because I'm now down to 255 kilograms. So this is an imperative landing. I need to make sure I've got no throttle actually. If I can, I'm going to try and slow down to around about 110. So I want to save fuel. Got 226 kilograms left. The diamonds for altitude are coming down. As you can see, I'm heading directly for the diamonds. Please get off the runway. Please get off the runway. And there goes the descending. Enabling full flaps. Altitude hold has now come off. So that means I am descending down with 160 kilograms of fuel. This is going to be tight. I've got 164 kilograms of fuel at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to land straight in and brace for impact as we are running low on fuel. Very low. Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that, don't do that.
Think rate. Pull up. Pull up.
Well, that's one way of landing. I was going way too slow for the airport, but as you can see, it's going straight through cars. Just need to give myself a control dot. I now have 0% fuel, and I repeat, 0% fuel. But by FS Airlines client, I didn't manage to land properly.
Runway 24 left, following Airbus A321 on final.
Mayday, mayday.
Runway 24 left, Airbus.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. So by FS Airlines, I became. And I'm on. That's too far right.
Travel gate 337, exit runway when able. Roll travel gate 337, contact ground on 121.7. 121.7, roll travel gate 337.
First of all, this whole flight was mucked up. Never mind. Stay tuned to next time when hopefully I'll be able to land the plane properly without going out the wrong. It says wrong airport, so it means that I didn't manage to land in time, unfortunately. Also, I'm out of fuel.
Think rate. Pull up.
Airbus Contact ground on 121.7.
Well, that didn't work. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe. We'll see you next time for more videos here on YouTube. Bye bye.